Hey everybody, we're back for episode number 4, Construction Simulator. I don't want to continue this game. How do I start game? I actually created another player here just to play on the European map. Check it out. It's much different than the US map that we're currently playing. And the whole campaign and everything is completely different. So, you know, kind of has replayability, although you do have to go through the tutorial again. The situations that you encounter are different, the machines that you use are different, the tasks you have to do are different, even the starting vehicles you get are a bit different. So that's pretty cool. I'm glad they took the time to mix it up. So we were here just getting ready to do our gravel, to compact our gravel. First things first, let's return this dump truck. We don't need it anymore. See, if you do it quick enough, I mean, it hardly costs us any money. Okay, so from our vehicle dealer, we're gonna need a compactor. We'll get this one. I think I've driven some of the other ones. I don't think I've driven this one. So we are also getting a 10% discount on our rentals now because of our level upgrade that I purchased, our skill point. Which it is interesting that this game has skill points. Actually come here. This is actually what determines, you know, how big your bucket capacity is, your dumper capacity, your asphalt capacity. Everything's in here. So I got this one, which is good business sense. This automatically gives you 10% more money when you put the first skill point in there, another 5% for another skill point. Just figured that was probably a good investment because you always need money. I think what we'll do is we'll put one in here to get 15% more bucket capacity and one in here to get 15% more asphalt capacity, just because I know we're going to need both of those things at some point. And did we rent our machine? I forgot. Yes, we sure did. So here's the thing is that we can now transport this machine with our semi that we purchased. So I think I'm going to do that just because I haven't loaded anything onto our semi yet. And actually I need to not go into this. I need to go into our semi, which is currently stored. I don't know where a train is. We're just going to store our trailer. Just going to store it, and then we'll take it out and take it out, and then enter. That way, it'll reset it back to our base. If I think I accidentally left it somewhere. I do that. Just fucking disconnect the trailer. I think it was actually at the job site. But if you store it and then take it out again, it will come home for you. So, neat little trick. You don't have to pay for fast traveling it. So we're just going to load up this trailer. This huge fucking trailer, and we are going to drive up here to our vehicle dealer and pick up that steamroller and put it on the back of this thing. I don't know, something about this trailer, to me it just seems inordinately long. Like, trailers really this long in real life? Like, I don't think I've ever seen one unless it was like carrying something covered in a sheet like a UFO or something. This is not a great place to exit here, because there's like a median in the road. I'm not great at backing trailers up. I'm trying to learn, so this will be some practice here. Let's see, how can I turn it? I want to turn the trailer a little bit, but not too much. I always get in a situation where I get jackknifed. I've kind of figured it out. Just needs practice, like everything else in this game. Hopefully I can make this turn. Yes, okay. I believe there's another exit over here. Well, there's one here, but that kind of goes to a weird road. We don't have one over there. Damn it. So this is going to be a bitch, getting big trucks out of here. Especially if you need to go north. I guess if you need to go west, it would be easy, but... Oh yeah, or we can go this way. Let's do that. And this brings us out to that light that we can see from the other gate. So to turn off the traffic offenses, just so we don't have to wait at stoplights anymore. Still have that enabled in the game I kind of play on my own, but for streaming, not great. So we'll just peruse past this red light. Really impressed that I have yet to crash this. Of course I said that. And, once you get this big truck and trailer going like 50 or so miles an hour, there's really nothing stopping it. I mean, if you just clip something, you get thrown wildly all over the place. So our nav's telling us we need to keep going and then go around the block, but like why? You can just turn right here. It doesn't say no left turn. Kind of irritates me. It only happens when you set the destination manually. If the game sets the destination for some reason, it's perfect. I guess because those are pre-programmed routes. So pathfinding could definitely be updated. It's telling me turn right here, which just makes no sense. Now, I understand here why it would tell us... No, actually I don't. Like, again, we can just turn left here. If you look at my mini-map down on the bottom, it's showing us to go a different way. Well, there, it just updated. Okay, here is our steamroller. Oh, sorry about that, sir. Kind of in the way. So, let's go ahead and... I guess that's okay. Extend our ramp. Oh, well, that's a bummer. I got out of the truck and the ramp stopped going down. There we go. The music is so varied. So many different genres. This is like chill elevator music. Sometimes it's like Wild West music. Let's see if we can get this on here. This will be our first time loading a vehicle onto this trailer. Seems like we got it. I'll just leave it towards the back of this trailer because, like, I'm just gonna have to unload it again. And I think you can secure it somehow. Maybe not. Well, I definitely don't want it to, like, fall off of here. That would be a fucking disaster. It doesn't appear we can secure it. Enter. No action over here. Ah, it's over here. Secure release. Oh, okay, it's doing it. There you go. All tied down. And now we will be going back to our construction site, which is here. We do have a load now, so we will turn on our lights. Oh, we need to put up our ramp. Alright, back to the construction site. And, I mean, all in all, we're probably, and I should have checked just so that you could get an accurate number, but we're probably saving less than $200 by doing this. Oops, I'm actually supposed to go straight here. You know, we could have transported, well, good thing I tied it down. We could have transported this directly to our job site, the roller, for less than $500. It actually probably would have been 100 and something credits. So you're not really saving money, I guess, per se, because in the grand scheme of things, 500 credits is nothing. 200 credits is even less of a nothing. So the only reason why you're like going through all this effort, honestly, is just for fun. Just the whole point of the whole game is to have fun, right? So why not? Let's take advantage of that and have as much fun as possible. Some people might consider it, you know, tedious or boring, but I think it adds to the overall experience. We won't do it every time, you know, but once in a while. I bought this trailer and this truck cost me about, I don't know, 300 grand together, so might as well use it. And it's telling me to turn here. I don't agree with that. I'm already kind of learning better than the nav. And again, why would it want me to make a right here and go around the block? It makes absolutely no sense. Oh, because this, in this case, it's right turn only, so I understand. But we don't care. Excuse me. Coming through. Official business. I have my lights on. Almost there. Here we go. So we will just park our truck right here. Turn on our hazard lights since we're parked in the road. Get that going. Gotta stay in the truck till it's extended. Got it. Need to unsecure it. There we go. And jump in. Turn on our beacon. Cherry blazer is what I like to call it. Oops, that was actually my backup lights. Or my work lights, which we'll probably need because it's actually it's morning. Turn those off. Thought it was getting nighttime. All right, here we are. Ready to compact. It's gonna be an interesting compact. Usually it's like a huge pad and you can just make swipes at it back and forth, but this is not that kind of design. And we'll start our compacting. Very important. Otherwise you're not doing anything. And we'll just kind of drive along this yellow line. Compacting the gravel. And then we'll go down the other side. Turn the compacting off. It does it for you, but it's a little bit wonky. Sometimes it'll do it right when you drive outside of the yellow box. Sometimes it takes it a minute, and then I hate that message down there at the bottom, just continually down there. Compacting disabled. Yeah, I know. I turned it off. You don't need to tell me that. And you also can't turn on your compacting unless you actually have that front roller on something you can compact, which is also annoying. I mean, I understand why they do it, but I would like to be able to like turn it on a little bit before I get in that yellow, so that I can get. Otherwise, it's very hard to get close to the edge. I guess it doesn't matter. Whatever. Just go right along here. Wonky. I guess if I stop right here and then I disable it myself, I won't get that error message. And take one more pass up the middle, and then we'll work on the other sections. Already 32% complete. Damn, my truck's kind of in the way. And I'm probably going to take this. Oh no, this is a rented roller. I was going to say I'll take it back to my vehicle shop afterwards, but no need. I'm just going to return it. Probably should buy one of these. It's used on a lot of jobs, but I think the next thing we're going to get is a dump truck of some sort. It's the next thing we're going to buy. Right now we only have, you know, less than 9,000 credits, unfortunately, so can't afford anything right now. We can barely afford the supplies we needed to do this job. However, this job pays like 400-something thousand bucks, so we'll have plenty once we're done with it. And even once we complete this stage, we'll get a little bit more money. You get it in stages as you complete it. Alright, we'll do the same thing on this section over here. Turn our compacting on. And by the way, to pull up that menu that you just saw me turn the compacting on, that's the context menu, F key. Just like Star Citizen, if you ever play that. Used to be where there was a button, a keyboard button for just about everything, but it seems they took away some of the options and just migrated them over to the context menu. Which I kind of like, just being able to easily hit spacebar, for example, to start and stop the compacting mode. And maybe there's a way you could remap the controls and do it yourself, I don't know. It's just not a default control. Although I did realize that, you know, not all the controls are listed in this help menu. If you look right here next to my picture to the right of me, there's this menu that comes up with certain keys, shortcuts. But like the other day, I realized, hey, spacebar still turns on the concrete pumping and the concrete pump if you hold it down. So maybe if you cruise around in the key bindings, you can still find those more detailed actions. They're probably still assigned to a key. I just haven't memorized it yet. Make one more swipe up the middle of this section. We're 72% done, so we're not even going to have to do much of that middle section. Thankfully, you know, the devs realize it's impossible to get to every fucking square foot of a job space. I should try spacebar to see if it does the compacting. I'll do it at the end here. That's interesting. There's only little rocks and stuff being flung out. Just kind of disappearing. Spacebar? No, doesn't work. Alright, let's back up here. Just do this middle section. I mean, honestly, you could probably do this entire game without buying any vehicles and just rent them. The game only forces you to buy one new vehicle during the tutorial. And, what did we buy? I think we bought a... forgot now. Something we've never used yet. I think a backhoe. I think I bought a backhoe. And we haven't even used it. It's gonna be difficult. I'm not gonna really be able to turn around right here. Not enough room, so we'll leave our compactor on and we'll just sort of do our turn maneuver on the pavement. Just sort of back and forth like Austin Powers, stuck in between those two poles on the golf cart. Oh man, 99%. We're not even going to line up properly because it's literally going to complete as soon as we start compacting this last little section. And there we go. And we just got another new skill point. We're no longer compacting. We'll turn off our light. And we got $128,000 for that stage. Awesome. So let's make sure we return that vehicle. See, it didn't cost us much at all. $600 for that rental. Oh goodness, am I gonna need a crane to deliver these? This rebar? Oh, what the fuck? So that's very interesting. You notice I just obviously I just unpacked that stuff, and now it's placed, it's laid, it's ready for concrete pouring. Oh, that's what we bought, was a cement mixer. That's correct. The game gave us a backhoe we haven't used, and I also bought a cement mixer we haven't used. Well, we're about to get to use the cement mixer. Probably gonna have to rent a pump as well. The pump is street worthy, so I won't need this trailer. Let me see if we can just go ahead and just store this so it goes home. And you'll notice that it just laid it, right? I wonder if we had that job scope on as high, if one of the steps would have been, you know, actually lifting and laying the rebar, etc. over here. I'm not sure. Not sure. We'll test it though. Can't really test it because we can't do this job again, but maybe I'll do this job again on another playthrough and just see what happens on a high scope so I can report back to you guys. Alright, let's go and get our new concrete mixer. Well, we don't need to go get it. Just need to jump to it. First time we're using it. We actually might not even need a pump for this job because it's all on the ground level. But I'm gonna drive just because it's gonna take us right by the cement plant. So why not? Need to go there anyway. Now, just as a little, tip, you could just go here and pay $21,875 to fill this up without driving it to the cement plant. So, just so you know. You might be wondering, well, how much more money is that? Well, we're about to find out because we're going to drive to it, but I've done some experimenting and it seems to be about 30% more expensive to automatically get that fill up as opposed to driving to wherever you're going. Now you can do that with any items. You can do it with gravel, you can do it with cement, you can do it with asphalt. You can even, I believe, do it with maybe not building materials, but anything that holds, like a cement truck or a dumper or anything like that holds bulk goods. You can even do it with an asphalt paver, so there's actually a way so that you don't even need to rent an asphalt dumper. Usually you have to take an asphalt dumper, fill it with asphalt, get the asphalt paver, dump the asphalt from the dumper into the paver, and then pave the road. But there's actually, using this trick, you can just get the asphalt paver, pay 30% more to fill it with asphalt, and then you don't even need a dumper. You don't need to rent it, you don't need to own it, Again, it's just kind of like all up to you and, how much realism you want in your playthrough. I don't like to just pay to fill it up because it's not really realistic. You can't just pay somebody to fill your truck up with cement. You gotta take it to the cement plant. Now, having goods delivered to a job site's a bit different, right? Because, of course, you could pay somebody to have those delivered. So if you didn't want to, for example, go and pick up the building supplies, the rebar, the prefabricated walls, etc., you can pay a delivery fee to have those delivered directly to your job site. And that is, realistic because, not every construction company delivers all their own goods. They pay other people to deliver them to their job site. So I'm okay with that. I haven't done it. Oh, the hell? Oh, this is not the main entrance. I came in the side entrance to the gravel plant. One thing I really like about the gravel plants is they actually look like working... Oh, I can't even get... What is this garbage? What is the point of this whole little yard here? The gravel plant actually looks like a working gravel quarry. Like, it's like they're actively digging it out of the side of the mountain. That's pretty cool. So we're going to see how much it costs us to directly fill this up at the gravel plant. We'll compare that to the $21,875 that it cost us to autofill it. Have a little bit more money now because we completed that job, but I'd like to save as much of it as possible. So, the nav tells you to go any other way, but I always go this way. Is that wrong? There's no arrow or anything on the ground that says which way you should go in. So, we're on a pretty big job, so I'm going to fill this thing up. You can also sell back unused bulk goods, but you only get 50% of what you paid for it. And you have to be quick to catch how much it's going to cost. It's going to be in the top right. Okay, it didn't give us the cost. Oh, there it is. 17,625. So yeah, I think I'm right. I think I am right. I'll do some quick math here. On paper, believe it or not. No calculator. 875,000, so 21,875. So the difference between the two is $4,250. So I'm trying to figure out if 21,875 was 100% of the cost, what is the 42,250 in a percentage? So it's 19.4 something percent. So I was a little bit off. It's about 20%. I don't know if that changes based on, you know, the quantity or the type of good that you're purchasing. I guess it's possible. So we saved 20% by just stopping here and picking it up ourselves. I'll take it. 20% is 20%. Oops, almost had a catastrophe there. God, the horn on this damn thing sounds like a Honda. Like a Civic or something. I want a truck horn. I guess it's all about, that's why you buy different makes and models. Different aesthetic, different horn, different lights. Whatever, I bought this one because it looks kind of like a toy truck. I thought it was cute. Yeah, I know. I shouldn't be buying vehicles based on how cute they are, but that's me. Actually, I think all the vehicles I've purchased so far have been because they were cute. Now I think we can just go. Oh no. Should we follow this? I was gonna say, I think maybe I should turn here. Just go over this bridge. There's obviously some reason it did not want us to do that. However, if we follow the direction it's taking us right now, we can discover a location we have yet to discover. So let's do that, because it's one of the few ones left on the map I haven't found. Oh, this must be like Chinatown. Cute. I'm guessing this location is a gas station, but I don't know. Yep. Just drive in there so we can discover it. Oops! Excuse me, sir. Just drove right through him. Do I want to go this way? Honestly, I think this is what I'm talking about. Like, this nav is fucking useless when you're trying to navigate to a point that you placed on the map. So I believe we can just go straight down this street. Like, why would we go do all that? Our job construction site's literally on this street. Might be because there's a divided median. But we don't give a shit, right? We'll just drive over it. So in this case I understand, you know, the routing of the game, but look at that. Wow, that was so easy. Okay, so we need a pour a foundation. We have two separate jobs. One is pour a foundation and one's pour concrete. What's the difference? I don't see any areas marked with a yellow. I think one's probably that little circle over there, but let's just check. Pour concrete into the fountain's formwork. Okay, that's for the fountain. Oh my god. What does this mean, unpacking? Oh, whatever. So, I guess what we'll do... You know, this is going to be really fucking hard without a pump, now that I'm thinking about it. I think what we'll do is we'll get a pump. We'll rinse a pump. Yeah. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this with the truck, because with concrete you kind of have to get it. Yes, it kind of like, you know, kind of like spreads out as you pour it, but it only spreads out to a certain extent, and then you need to move a little bit to get it to spread further. And I think doing that in the truck is just going to be impossible. In fact, if we put on our job filter here, a pump is one of the suggested vehicles for this job. Now, I've rented this one before. I've also rented this one. This one's absolutely huge. They're all the same price. Actually, this one's $400 more for some reason. Let's try this one. Okay. You can hit number 3 on your keyboard to quickly jump to your machine screen when you want to switch vehicles. It's a nifty little shortcut. Yeah, this thing's absolutely fucking massive too. No, I think in this case, we're just going to pay $251 to fast travel, since we already drove all the way down here with the concrete truck. Alright, so the hopper's generally in the same place as in all the other pumps. I'm going to position this pump to where I can reach all of this without having to move the pump. You might say, well, that looks pretty far. How are you really going to hit that with a pump? Well, you'll see. This pump is meant to really construct, like, you know, huge skyscrapers and shit, so. First things first is we will put down our legs. This thing has a big wingspan when you put out the legs. And then we need to lift the pump up a little bit just so we have access to the hopper. And we will open that hopper up. And now we need to position our concrete truck in such a way that it can just dump its concrete into the pump. And I still haven't figured out how to hire anybody. It says in a vehicle that you can use a context menu to hire somebody, but I haven't been able to figure that out at all. I really don't know. There's this manual, and the manual literally, and I've checked this before, it says open the context menu in a construction machine and select the little icon to have the assistant take care of the task for you. Well, we don't have that icon, so I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Let's swing out our little thing here. Oops. I'm doing very good at this. But there we go. No, stop moving. Okay, sorry about that. Got a delivery, had to answer the door. Let's see, we're gonna turn the pouring on. Jump out of this guy. There we go, now we're ready to pump. Guess we'll do that little fountain first. This one works a little bit differently than some of the other pumps. Pretty much the same though. But you see what I'm talking about? This thing's fucking huge. I'm not even really sure like how you're supposed to open it and use it, but I'm guessing something like this. And we'll just start pouring. Look at that. So, see how it spreads a little bit, but it only spreads to a certain extent. Which, oops, get our nozzle stuck in there. Solidified in there. Oh, shit. It's harder than it looks. I'm just holding my space bar there to get a little bit out. And we're done with that one. Now we just need to pour our sidewalks over here. And let's turn this back on, permanent on. We got a lot to fill up over here. I like the sound effects. And once you get it filled up to a certain point, you actually start covering up the rebar. That means it's basically full. And no additional concrete flows. Well, it looks like it is. It's not like you're wasting it. Although I wish there was a way to see how much concrete you had left, but since the mixer is the one holding the concrete, and we're not in the mixer, can't see it, but it might be nice to have like a little cheat sheet. A little window showing you how much concrete you have left. You only know when you run out. Just try to get as much of it as you can covered completely. See if we can actually get all the way. I'm sure we can. Somehow. And you really need to move the main boom down. And this one out. Yeah, like that. I think honestly this is like as far as I'm going to be able to get. Because this won't extend upwards anymore. Is there a shift key thing going on with this one? Let's check our cheat sheet. No. Don't see anything about a cheat sheet. Just messing with it to see if I can finagle it a little further, but I can't. So that sucks. Hopefully we can complete this job without having to get that little piece over there. Jeez, it's moved so fast. Like, hell. I really don't think it would move that fast in real... Oh. Look at that, we ran out of concrete. So... Not even sure if one more load will finish this off. But honestly, we're just going to pay to fill her up. So I'm kind of on a roll here. I mean, not really. Just don't want to drive back over there. Oh, I always, like, why does it do that? Like, you just tap the key and all of a sudden it's in free fall back to Earth. Nope. Did it again. And then it's like impossible to get it to lift back up. Whatever. It's because I extended this boom out so far and now it's not cooperating. Like I had it perfect and then I went and messed with it. Now it's acting weird. There we go. Just had like a weird twist in my boom. We're 76% done, so I'm just hoping we won't have to get that little piece that's too far away. Again, we're gonna have to adjust this boom so we can reach further. Better angle for doing this. The camera. There we go, we're done. Look at that! Alright, let's reset this machine. Get back into our guy here. I think the pouring is off, so that's good. Fold this in. And we will sell what's left. $4,822. Now, I'm just going to drive this guy back to our vehicle depot. Actually, I need to return that guy. So we're not paying for him, we're just sitting here. And honestly, we'll just go ahead and store him. He has some damage, you can see, so we'll just go ahead and store it so it starts being repaired. And we don't have to drive it either. So let's see what's going on here. So the next thing we have to do is deliver and unload sand. So I guess we need to dump sand right in this area. And we're going to need a dump truck for that. I don't have one. It will be the next thing that I buy. Let's see. I like this one's cool. I don't have enough money for one right now, so we're going to have to rent it. What's the difference between an articulated dump truck and a regular dump truck? It's much cheaper. But I do want to find out what the difference is, so I think I'm just going to rent this one. There we go. Actually, let's use our little cheat. Oh, this guy's cool. I like it. Actually, we're going to need to go to the gravel plant to get sand. Let's make our way over there. Wow, I just noticed all this sand piled up right here. And just take some of that. Oh. Oh, I understand what articulated is now. It's not about the dump part of the dump truck. It's the truck and the trailer are separated. I don't really like that for driving per se, because it's a little funky, but I guess there's some benefit to it when you're pouring it, dumping it out, I would imagine. Take some getting used to. Oh yeah, here's that adventure park we visited yesterday in our last episode. Still cannot believe we did not find a single gold hammer in that place. Seems like the perfect place for the dev to put those collectibles. And I have my camera on free move, so all you have to do is move your mouse and don't have to click. And to me, that's 30 times easier than the default control, which is click and drag. But all up to your individual play preference, I guess. There were quite a few people saying, oh, the camera controls suck. Well, it's because they left it on the default. First thing you do when you play any game like this is you go through every setting and just so you get an understanding of what you can modify and what you can't. Or you can just listen to my stream. I usually go through that. And not only that, but when the game doesn't really tell us exactly all of the details that we'd like to know, I really try to investigate them by doing different tests in the game, like we were doing earlier with calculating how much more it costs us to fill up our dumper as opposed to driving and getting it filled up. Seems like the maximum speed on this truck's 34 miles an hour. But you know what, I'm actually okay with that. You get going any faster than that, it's so easy to crash. So let's see if we can find where we're going to pick up some sand here. What I like about it is they're actually labeled. The different silos in Construction Simulator 2015 wasn't really labeled, at least not as well. Now, I'm pretty sure we're probably going to need a full bucket. The other thing I wish is it would tell you like exactly how much sand you needed, for example, because if you fill up your entire bucket and you don't use it all, you're losing some money. The other interesting thing I realized is usually on vehicles, so the other day I was driving a dumper like this and I was like, wait a minute, construction machine full. If you look over on the right, bottom right, it doesn't look like we're full. It looks like we have a little bit of space to put some more stuff in. What happens is if you fill it up beyond where it is now, anything more than that on that gauge shows as red. And I was like, oh, what does that mean? Well, it means you're at risk of spilling it. As you can see, we're losing sand a little bit here and there. And so if you fill it up too much, obviously, you know, you're at greater risk for losing sand out the side, especially on a corner. Why would it have us doing that? Again, the pathfinding sucks. I guess that's the way you're supposed to go. So when you're going around corners and stuff, you want to make sure you're going pretty slow, or you're going to end up losing some of that. What have you got in your dumper? This truck's pretty big, it has pretty high walls. I don't think we'll probably lose as much, but I was driving a smaller dumper the other day, and man, I lost half my stuff. It's like we're losing sand right now. I can hear it and I can see it. Is there a way to cover your dumper? No. There should be a way that you can put a cover on it so it doesn't spill. Excuse me. Yeah, wow, look at that, the city across the bay there. Really pretty. My sand's starting to flatten out a little bit as I'm driving. Before there was a peak. We've lost probably about 2% of it so far. Not too bad. Oh, we got a full load. I didn't put on my cherry blazers. We can sand all over the ground. Oh god, the horn on this one sucks too. Oops. Excuse me. Sorry, it's caused an accident. Might be fun to drive this guy off a cliff and watch all the sand spill out everywhere. Maybe we'll do that in an episode. Just for funs. Just for funsies. Maybe drive it into the river. Ooh, yeah. Obviously, I'll do that on a rented vehicle. Sir, you can't return this vehicle. It is waterlogged. It's like trying to remember back in the day before phones were waterproof and you drop it and it, ooh, look at that golden hammer right there. You drop it in water and then you try to convince, you know, your phone carrier that, no, it never touched water. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, no. Okay, that was interesting. And then they got smart and they started putting those little indicators on whether or not it was wet, and they'd open up the back and they'd be like, sir, I know this phone was in your toilet. You cannot trick me. I think everybody's probably dropped a phone in a toilet at some point or another. Thankfully, modern phones don't really get fazed by a quick dip in the toilet. Although it's disgusting, don't get me wrong. Although I'm pretty squeamish, I find a lot of things disgusting. Most of life is disgusting. But that's kind of the beauty of it, huh? I really like the fact that when you're driving these trucks, not so much on this one, but you can actually see the heat coming out of the smokestacks. You know, that little jitter in the air you see when something's really hot. Oh god, excuse me. I feel like I'm in a monster truck, just run right over him. So not sure if we're going to be able to do this with a single load of sand. Really interesting though, the fact that the sand that was piled up into a peak, and during the course of this drive it is now completely flattened out. I really am enjoying the physics in this game. You can tell they really took their time with it. Then again, the last installment of this game came out in 2015, so had quite a lot of time to work on it. Although it still has Star Citizen, and the game's still pretty much garbage, so I guess that's not saying much. Not garbage, I shouldn't say garbage. I like the game. It's just, I get so frustrated with it. You know, return to the game after months and months and months and expect it to be better, and it's worse. You know, it's never fun. Especially when you've given a lot of your real hard-earned cash to the devs. It's not like a normal game where you just pay 30 bucks, right? You gotta like buy a ship and all this other stuff, and I bought multiple ships from them. Okay, we're here. Now, can we just dump this sand in one big pile, or we gotta spread it out? It just says deliver and unload. Ooh, I like the dumper action. That was cool. Cool dumper. Won't really take any more right here. It's interesting. We're gonna have to reposition and do another dump. I guess that's where this articulated truck comes in handy. Just sort of do this. So I think I'll probably buy, when I buy a dumper, I'll probably buy an articulated one. They're not that much more expensive. Alright, we're done. We delivered all of our sand almost. There's like a teeny bit left. Not much. Oh, now we need soil. Do I want to drive back over there, or do I just want to fill it with soil? There we go. Not very realistic, but whatever. It allows us to do more of actual work on the stream than driving around. What do you guys think? Do you think I should show all the driving and everything, or just do what I did? Alright. So let's sell this stuff. Yeah, and then we'll return this vehicle. It's better, you know how I showed you this little screen? It can bring you right here, and you can return it from here just by left shift right click. However, it does not tell you when you do that how much the total cost of the rental was. And I like to see it. 924 credits. So for this, we're going to need to take out our tractor trailer. Oh, Jesus, camera got all messed up. I couldn't tell what I was doing. We need rebar mesh, pallets, wood. Now, do you have to get the wood at the lumber mill? That's my question. Doesn't really tell us. So So I think the first place we'll go is the building supply dealer and see what we can get from him. I know we don't need prefabricated walls. That's what this is. This is steel, so we're not going to need any steel. It's where you like recycle stuff. I did find a sawmill on the map. But you know what? I think that was on the European map. Maybe the American map, you just buy the wood at the regular store, and on the European map there is a sawmill? I'm not sure. Let's check it out. Just go to the vehicle builder and see if he's got everything we need or what. I really hate driving this truck. The trailer is just so big. I know I've said that like 100 times, but I think about it every time I get in this damn thing. There's the ocean. I've never really paid attention to it. It's pretty. There's also like a, one of the jobs is to build a boardwalk on the ocean. Right over there. That one's going to be fun when we get to it. I like the fact that the jobs in this game are pretty complicated. Now, if you just take the normal, there's really two kind of ways to play. In the old game, you just kind of accepted the jobs. You had one screen where there were jobs, and you just picked the ones that you wanted. And you can do that in this game too. Usually those jobs, and they call them contracts, I believe, are somewhat simple. I mean, you can find ones that are complicated, but it depends on, how advanced you are in the game. So for example, right now, they're very, very simple, those jobs, and they don't pay a hell of a lot. But, see what I was telling you about this fucking truck. Every time I get going too fast and I corner, I jackknife. The fuck? No. Not doing that. It reset me going the wrong way. Oh, fuck me. People are like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Is he drunk? He started moving right at the wrong fucking time, man. I don't even know if I'm going the right way. No. Oh my god. The one bad thing about resetting yourself is you never know where it's gonna reset you. Probably would have been easier just to get myself out of that situation. Anyways, in this game it's similar to that as well. The difference being is that there are 4 main NPCs that also you can get jobs from. There are things like the tourism board of directors and things like that, and they have much more complex jobs. It's actually one that we're working on right now. I think we're working on one for tourism to add this park to the beach, which is what we're currently doing. They also have a tech entrepreneur NPC that builds, cutting edge technologies like solar farms and automated parking garages and things like that. I find that really, really interesting and cool. We haven't done any of those yet, but I'm really looking forward to that one. And those jobs pay anywhere from 200 to, $1 million and up. The normal contract jobs, you might have 3-4 steps. This particular job that we're working on now is one of those large jobs. It has 10 steps. So, a lot more work, but also a lot more reward. It's getting dark. Let's turn the lights on. Oh my god. Come on. I barely touched you. So, I'm liking the variety of the game. The fact that you can do either or. And I mean, I'm sure at some point you'll complete all of those NPC jobs and they won't be available to you anymore. Once you do complete all of those NPC jobs, there is a final part of the game called the finale. And obviously I don't know what that entails, but I'm guessing it's probably one large or a few large citywide projects that you do in more of the late end game when you have tons of vehicles and stuff at your disposal. and hopefully employees, although I can't figure out how to hire them. If you know how to hire employees in this game, please, 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 please leave me a comment below and help me out. I should watch Raptor play this, and I'm sure he's figured it out, although he's pretty clueless about a lot of things, sort of like me, but he just plays for so long, and I just don't have the time to watch, 4-hour streams of this game just to find the information I'm looking for. I, of course, have looked, on various message boards and things like that. There's just not a whole lot of information out there right now. A few weeks, though, people will start figuring it out, posting how-tos, tips and tricks, and things like that. I'm going to make my own tips and tricks video, I think. I've already uncovered at least 10 different kind of hidden tips to help people out, so I think that'll be good. And this looks really, really overwhelming, right? There's tons of stuff, but again, you can filter. So yeah, we can buy everything we need here. We don't have to go to a lumber mill. Kind of nice. And since we have this huge trailer, I'm pretty sure everything will go ahead and fit on our trailer. And we're going to auto-load it. It doesn't cost you anything to auto-load it. Love that, love that. I haven't quite figured out why you would want to deliver items to your warehouse and pay a fee. I haven't figured that out yet. The only way that makes sense to me is if the commodities and the goods changed value over time, and then so perhaps if they were really, really cheap, for example, you could buy a lot, store it in your warehouse, and then use that. That's kind of what you do in Gas Station Simulator. And all of the simulator games by that dev, Food Truck Simulator, they're also coming out in Motel Simulator. Great games if you haven't played them. Great games. But then again, simulator games are my jam. And obviously if you're watching this, you must like them too. So look at that, we got all of our wood and rebar. Perfect. So let's drive this guy back. $200. Yeah, we'll save the drive. We just drove all the way here, so. All right. So the first thing we need to do is get this trailer in a position in which we can obviously unload our goods to all of the areas indicated. So the first thing we'll do is we'll park our trailer somewhere right along here. We will decouple it. And the reason why we're going to uncouple it is because we have a crane on this truck, but this trailer's so long it can't even reach the back of the trailer, and you see that's where most of our goods are, there on the back. So we'll just reposition this, and you also cannot use the crane if you're coupled to a trailer. So just so you know, it will allow you to deploy your legs and everything else, and it looks like you're going to be able to, but then you're not able to actually extend the crane. Couldn't figure it out for the longest time. I'm like, why does my crane not work? It's because that was coupled to the trailer. So I'll go ahead and just pick these guys up and deliver them. Now, if you had a tower crane on site, because like sometimes you need a tower crane to do things like prefabricated wood panels, for example. Like this little crane is not enough to do those because they're so heavy. So if you do have a tower crane on site, it's just easier to use the tower crane to do this instead of using the truck crane. I'm not even sure I'm going to be able to reach where I need to put this, actually. Might need to reposition my truck. Just barely. Let me see, am I going to be able to reach that last? It'll be close. I might be able to get it to snap. Once the ghost image of your good turns green, you can simply hit space and it will snap where it's supposed to go. Let's just pick up this rebar right here. You be careful because your crane can't get stuck on your truck cab too. I think that's the one that's far. Let's see if we can do it. Also, you can rotate your cargo holding down shift and using the arrow keys. Like this one's, if we rotate it like this is more, you know, how it is on the ghost image. Not that it matters, like I said, because you can just, at some point, it'll just allow you to, oh shit, snap it. See, we're not even that close to it, and it'll let us do it. It does take a while to extend the screen. I'm sure to get this one out there to that farthest spot. Oops. Yeah, they would never hire me to really drive this thing. Oh, look at that, just enough. I think we have 2 more things. Rotate this one. And after we complete this section of the job, that'll be the end of today's episode. I'm trying to make at least one a day, maybe every other day. I actually have to go out of town this weekend, so it's probably going to be 2 or 3 days without an episode. There we go. So, instead of driving this home, I'm going to put it back in storage. There we go. Like us to unpack the materials. Honestly, all you do is unpack it and then it automatically pops into where it goes, so just unpack it. There we go. Oh, and see, that time it auto-filled with concrete. The other one we had to pour the concrete. That one just did it. So, I think it has something to do with that job scope. And just unpack these, because that's easy as well. Oh. Looks like that is going to be a gazebo of some sort. We actually need to, oh yeah, look at this. We're going to need to place these wood pillars. Looking at it now, I wish we left our truck out here, since he has the crane on the back. And there isn't a space here to set up a tower crane. If you are able to use a tower crane on a job site, there's usually a small area where the crane would go, marked on the ground. I don't see any of those, so we are going to have to get our little truck with the crane back out here to do this, but we will do that on the next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. It helps me out more than you know, and I'll catch you next time. Adios.